Okay, so like throughout my life, I've always been a dancer, and I lived in Chicago. And for high school, I auditioned to get into HSPVA. It's like the art school down here, and I got in, and I basically trained, and I got into Texas Tech as a dance major and as a on their pom squad team. And so that was a big commitment, dancing all throughout the day, and then, I mean, it was like 7 days a week practice and doing games, and you compete, and I wasn't really feeling very well at the time, and I realized the second year I just couldn't do it again because I just didn't have the energy to do it, and it was like strange for me because I'd been dancing like hours and hours and hours a day at school and after school, and it was just kind of confusing, I think, for me and my whole family because that's always what I wanted to do, and then I decided after 1 year to stop dancing, and at the time I didn't know why. I just knew like I didn't have the energy, like that was just kind of the main thing. And she didn't get it, no one else got it, but I said I can't do this again. And so I was having little headaches at the time, but nothing like crazy. I don't know. It was more like fatigue. I just like couldn't make it through the day. I was drinking lots of caffeine, and I just had like all these symptoms. But I think because I have a grade 2 astrocytoma, it's a really slow progressing. So then maybe about a year, yeah, about a year later, I finally just like couldn't move my head. I was kind of getting nauseous. I couldn't stay awake, had really bad headaches, and that's how we ended up in the ER. But yeah, my family has been great, and yeah, dance was pretty much just my life through all this, and family and dance.
Dance and dance.
Yeah, dance and dance.
Yeah, I mean, the dance community was really her community before this, and has, in a different way, turned out to be a community after her diagnosis as well. So we have a very strong family, a small family, but a very strong family. So, that's been a strong support system, and our church has been wonderful to just serve us through a lot of the challenges that we've had over the last year. But it's been amazing to see the goodness of people come out through this, I would say. It's been really hard, and some people that you would never expect, really come almost to your rescue when you really didn't expect it. And so that's been, I think, one of the shining moments for us, is to see some of the goodness of people serving us and caring for us in some of our times of need.
So I was not going to the same school I was at. I moved to a school closer just because my brother went to that school, and my school, even though it was in Texas, it was like 9 hours away, really far. And all my friends were on the dance team, so I kind of felt like I still had those friends, but when would I ever be able to hang out with them because they're literally dancing all the time. So I just thought I'd go to school with my brother. It was like 3 hours from here, and I didn't make a lot of friends that year, which usually it's pretty easy for me to just like make friends with people, and I just stayed at home a lot. I was very kind of like antisocial, and I would go to class, come home, maybe have breakfast, and then go to sleep for the day, and then maybe get up at like 4, go work out, go to bed, go to sleep again. And I don't think they, like my parents or anyone, really realized that. And at the time I was like, maybe I'm depressed, I don't know, like I just was always tired. So I got home from school, and then things got really quickly really bad. Like my friends that would come home from school too be like, let's go take a dance class. And I was like, I can't even move my head. Like I have terrible headaches. I just like couldn't do anything. And so it was Memorial Day weekend. Yeah. And I couldn't eat. I just felt so terrible. And I ended up like just taking naps all day. And she woke me up and was like, we're going to the ER. And I was like, I'm fine, like, I don't need to go to the ER. But she brought me, and then that night we ended up at MD Anderson.
It was very stressful, and I personally was just in shock for a long time. You never think that your kid has a brain tumor, especially the size of hers. That was so large. You never think that, oh, she had headaches or she was seeing lights and, all these these random weird things that were happening to her. You never think that. So, once we found out, my go-to was just to let her know that it's going to be okay. Whatever happens, it's going to be okay. And so my fears and my anxiety and my stress, I never wanted to transfer to her.
Yeah, you never did.
So I would keep that to myself and deal with that separate and let her know that, let her give me her stress, and I'll carry that for her. And then I, keep mine to the side.